prayers. Be generous with your prayers. How many of you are guilty of this before? Oh, brother, I'm so sorry to hear that. I promise to pray for you. Then 2 months later, what was your problem again? What's your name? Friends, I don't want us to put up our hands, but most of us have this before. We say we pray for somebody else, but we don't. But if you know the power of prayer, you will not be stingy with your prayers. Some of you in this room only have got prayers to give, You don't even have money. Please don't be stingy with one of the most powerful things the Lord has ever given us. Do you know the last count of people that attended our prayer service? 259 people. And every time we have a prayer service here, it's increasing. I thank God because that's the true sign of revival. True sign of revival is not when people attend a Sunday service, It's when people come seeking God together. Seeking God, Not just the message or the messenger or the humor, God. Because only He can change our lives. 259 people packed this place up last Tuesday, okay? And we sought the Lord together. And we are seeing miracles, testimonies after testimonies. In fact, now we can't even finish the testimonies. Some days there are 12, some days there are 20 testimonies. People just want to testify of how good God has been. He is a prayer answering God. You want to be generous? Be generous on Tuesday nights. Come on, start being generous on Tuesday nights. See, if you're just doing what is right, you're not being generous. Don't just do what is right. Look at what is left. Because there's always something more to give unto the Lord. I challenge you, the next time you hear that prayer service is on again, be generous. Be generous. And come, because there is power in prayer. And let me quickly touch on dressing. Friends, I sweat like crazy. Okay? People have asked me before, Pastor, why do you wear a suit and a tie? You can just overcome this needless, unnecessary suffering. Just by wearing what other people are now wearing everywhere else in the world. Pastors, senior pastors. I'm not saying they are wrong. I don't compare myself with anybody else. Because when I go to my wardrobe, very simple need in my mind. I open my wardrobe and I say, what is the best? Not what is less. People, please don't dress for less when it comes to church services. Because that's not generous. Put on a bit more stuff. Because that's generous. It's very simple. Pastor, are you following? No, I'm not following anybody. I just know. Like you know. Like for example, I say to you tomorrow, please dress up. I'm going to take you to see the king or Najib. Or you will not go to your wardrobe. I tell you, this is not rocket science, You mean you go to your wardrobe and my best and your best is going to be different? No. But it doesn't have to be a suit and a tie, but you just know it's going to be your best. You want to get married to a girl? You're going to see their parents? You dress your best. I challenge you next time you're going to see the girl's parents, you dress your Bermudas, singlet and slipper. And go, uncle, auntie, the son-in-law of your dreams is here. He will put you and send you to your dreams. Never to awaken anymore. Serious friends, don't argue about these kind of things because there's nothing to argue about. You know what's your best. You comb your hair, you brush your teeth at least once a year. When you're going to... Okay, friends? Dressing. Dress your best. Your experiences. Some of you have great experiences. Why don't you be generous to share them? Some of you have good experiences in your work. Maybe you're an accountant. Maybe you're a lawyer. I don't know, your skill. Be generous. Because there are a lot of young people in this church that are starting businesses. Doing things that they wish they had mentors and role models. And you are one of those. Why don't you be quick to offer? You don't have to offer everything. Just offer, hey, I'm here if you need some advice. Can we be like that? This is what you call a community, of people that the world will look in and say, wow, first of all, they take care of their own. That's why every business seems to do so well, because they are all helping each other out. They're all offering skill and advice for free even. That's the church. That's the community we're talking about. And, the atmosphere and the environment of a church should actually encourage each other to do better. should encourage each other to dress better, talk better, think better. That's church. Otherwise, why come to church? This is the environment. We learn to love God more here. We learn to give God our best here. We learn to love other people here. We learn to have a heart for the poor, heart for missions here. You should actually end up better after being here for 6 months only than when you came. Otherwise, this is not it. This is not what you want. You just say, wow, the last 6 months, I actually am a better person. I look into the mirror, wow. I'm surprised even with my own self. But why? Because this is what church, this is what community is about. Why don't you share your testimony? And even, if possible, the gospel. Now, if you enjoyed church and you fail to tell somebody how much you enjoyed church this whole week, you have just robbed someone from a testimony that you should have been so willingly and quickly given. True or not? Some of us are more generous telling people where the best char kway teow is. I tell you, when you find the best char kway teow, nobody will ever not hear about it. Your mom, your grandma, your neighbor, your cat, right? All will hear about it. The best char kway teow. No, so we're just saying, if you have a good experience in the house, in the church, don't you think you should be able to be generous? I'm not sure how many of you shared with anyone this last week. Don't put up hands. It's okay. Last 2 weeks? Don't put up hands. Don't, okay. Last 1 month? Now listen. Can I just challenge all of you? If you really are enjoying yourself here, you might be saying to yourself, I don't want to be the only one laughing at Pastor Kenneth's jokes. I would love to bring 3 more people whose lives are so boring. They need to be here. When was the last time you gave an MTG out? Question, do you really believe that our messages can change people's hearts, lives? Then somebody needs to hear it this week. Somebody. We're already making the MTG at the lowest of low, no? Okay? You go and check outside. Check outside like supermarket like that. You check outside and see how much other people are selling it. Okay, no, I don't want to go there. Friends, listen to me. Get it? You say, yo, but I also want one. If I buy 2, I don't have enough money. Well, buy 1. Listen to it, cow this week, and then give it to your friend. Okay? But do something, because every one of you can afford to be at least generous in this way. Cool? All right, last one. Giving a benefit of the doubt. Listen, in this church, this is my prayer for everybody here. You will be the last to complain. You see, if you have a generous spirit, you will always give people a benefit of doubt. You will understand it's not so easy for the person to do it also. Then you'll be the last to judge, you see. The last to complain. And the first to stop a rumor. Because friends, isn't it true, if you were the one who is the victim of the rumor now, won't you want somebody to say, hey, hold on, friend. I don't know, you're telling me about Elder Daniel, no? And I don't think it could be true. No, I don't. No, let's go and see Elder Daniel. Let's ask him. And say, hey, Elder Daniel, this is what we hear of you. No, we already said that already. No, generous. Okay, fine. Well, thanks, out of the horse's mouth. And then we go and tell everybody else, no, we already told you no. Otherwise, you go to Elder Daniel and say, hey, this is what we hear. How? True? Then Elder Daniel says, yeah, actually, I said it. You're so stupid. I don't know why I said it. But actually, I didn't intend it. That's right. We know. We knew already. We knew. We knew that even if you said it, you won't. But we're so quick to believe everything, Be generous. Give people a chance. Be the last to complain and send out judgment. Come on, this is church, friends. This is not your office, This is not your company. This is not the world. This is the house of God. Yep. This is the people of God. Do you know? When you are generous like that, it will come back to you. Do unto others what you want others to do unto you. Listen, friends, if you think that you're big time now in rumor mongering, and this is your part of your hobby, it will come back to you now. So please, come on, be generous. Meaning, even as I close this, meaning that all that I just told you, please don't be the first to judge. Example. We are about to finish this service already. you see 3 people walking out. And you go, hey, be generous like you! And then all throughout all the way to the lift up, people say, hey, be generous like, be generous like, hey. Well, shake your hand, hey, thanks for coming, but next time be generous lah. Give people a benefit of doubt. He could be rushing to the toilet. He could have had an important whatever, I don't know. He give people a benefit of doubt. Next time you see people not clapping one, don't so fast slap his face or what. Don't never mind. Maybe that day his hand really hurting. Okay, maybe. Give people a benefit of doubt. Maybe that fellow's not singing because he's really embarrassed that day. You know, his voice really sounds like a frog that day, and he doesn't want people to laugh. Okay, understand? I thought it's important to close this way also. Because otherwise you say, oh, you know, people not clapping, people not shouting, people not saying amen, oh, the most boring people, no, then you start giving them name tags. No? Mr. Boring. No, don't do that. Now, if they do that every week, then we will probably prepare a plaque for them. but listen. Huh? Church is where the love of God is important to live out and all that kind of thing, right? Now, we want the best, but we also want to give people a benefit. That's a generous spirit, no? That's a generous spirit. Don't be so quick to judge. Can I give you 2 last statements and then I close? Listen. Generosity is what is needed in our world today. Not get, me. Generosity. It's not just good for others, it's good for you. You will prosper. You will be rich in your own spirit if you choose to be generous. Okay? And all the other promises that what goes around comes around kind of a thing, you know, do unto others what you want others to do unto you, sow and you will reap, all that kind, you know, all those promises in the Bible, okay, it's all for you. But listen. I want to challenge you with 2 questions. Okay? First question is, listen, if everyone only wants to get, who gives? Answer, no one. Can I give that to you again? If everyone, and this is the world we live in, if everyone just wants to get, who gives? No one. Now listen to this next challenge. If everyone wants to give, who gets? Everyone. Acts Church, if everyone wants to get, who gives? No one. If everyone wants to give, who gets? Everyone. There is not a single person here who will be shortchanged when you live a life of generosity.